going on, my Super Sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, back with Kiribug for episode 113 of Dragon Ball Super, and there's a lot to talk about, lots to discuss. Before I start, I want to say I actually enjoyed the episode. Usually, we watch the episode, we don't watch it live. I used to watch it live when it first came out, but there's no point now because Crunchyroll has a simulcast, and it literally airs like, what, 45 minutes to an hour after it becomes live in Japan?
Yes.
But like, usually I see the reactions on Twitter before I actually watch the episode. And every single week, I know whether or not the episode is going to be exciting. This week was kind of weird because a lot of people, well, I don't say a lot of people because I don't want to speak for everybody, but a good chunk of people were like, either they hated it or they loved it. There was no in between.
What were their reasons for hating it?
I don't know. Like that's what I'm trying to figure out. So in the comment section below, let me know your thoughts on like your initial like reaction to this episode. Here's the thing I noticed. For some reason, when it comes out to Kale and Caulifla, there's always some kind of like hate around these two characters, and I kind of understand the critique. A lot of people are pissed off at the fact that, you know, they're just powerful from the start, which was never explained. Whereas we have to literally watch, you know, both Goku and Vegeta, Gohan, even Goten and Trunks. Well, Goten and Trunks actually I'll talk about in a second. Well, basically like the main cast from Z go through so much to get powerful, and then here you have these two characters who are introduced, and they're out of nowhere powerful. That's the thing, we don't know them. They were also, they evolved differently, which we saw. And, I mean, you saw how fast Kabe went Super Saiyan, you know, initially in the Champa arc. So, like, as far as how they got their power, there's a lot that they went through, number one. 2, evolution. And 3, you actually see Caulifla's potential, really good potential unleashed in this episode when she fights against Goku. But we'll talk about that in a second.
Can I give a reason to why they got powerful so fast?
Go ahead. What you got?
Well, they have a good example in front of them. Whereas when like Goku and Vegeta and stuff, like when they were trying to get powerful, they didn't have someone there that was more powerful than them.
We'll talk about that in a second. The first thing I'll talk about is the intro.
Oh.
Why did they do that?
Yeah.
So
that gave away the episode.
This week, I mean, Toei is notorious for revealing, I don't want to say spoiling, because they don't always spoil, but revealing a lot about these episodes. And we already know that they were going to fight. We know Super Saiyan 3 is a thing, but like, for some reason, this episode, they started off, and I don't know if this is how they air in Japan, but this episode, they started off with like the ending, where it was Goku and Vegeta, Goku versus Kale and Caulifla, and then he went Super Saiyan 3. And then like the episode intro happens, it's like, why did you do it that way? So that was weird. Can't say I'm a fan, but I guess it's kind of different. Okay, let's talk about the actual thing. So the episode, again, what you just mentioned is a really good opinion, or a good point, yeah. So, Kabe didn't even know Super Saiyan was a thing. Apparently, none of the Saiyans did. I mean, there might have been a Saiyan or two that's like hidden in secret, I don't know, Saiyan history that they just talk about.
But it's hard to reach something that you don't know exists.
Exactly. All the characters are powerful. I mean, look at Goten and Trunks. This is my one critique about people who don't like Caulifla and Kale. Goten and Trunks are born Super Saiyan! And don't give me that BS. It's like, well, they got their genes from Goku and Vegeta who are powerful. No, don't give me that! You have literally Saiyans who've been evolving for years without the tyranny of Frieza. They're free to train and get stronger as possible. They have literally all the potential to get stronger. Whereas the only reason why the Saiyans in Universe 7 weren't like that powerful is because Frieza enslaved them. And anytime someone got strong, what happened? He killed them off. That's the thing. That's the difference between Universe 6 and Universe 7. Can you see the passion here? Okay. I got that out of the way. As you mentioned, they had somebody to show them. So when the Champa arc happened and they showed off the Super Saiyan transformation, Kabe went back and he revealed it to Caulifla. Caulifla, he went to his mentor, I think that was the mentor, his mentor, and he wanted him to fight, but he was injured, and he said, "How about my sister?" And if his mentor is powerful, his sister is powerful. So clearly, she had a potential. She had a power, just didn't know it was there. Like you said, you don't know. Because like in Universe 7, there was a lot of rage involved, which is why, you know, you would go into the Super Saiyan state and, you know, you would probably like discover these forms. Whereas Universe 6 is peaceful. You can Saiyans in Universe 6 shop at Whole Foods. They're gluten-free. They're vegans, okay?
If there's nothing to catalyze the transformation, it's probably not gonna happen.
Also, no shots to vegans or gluten-free people.
I'm gluten-free.
It's just a funny way to describe like how Universe 6 Saiyans are different from Universe 7. So that's that.
Yeah.
Now, we got a trainer. Kabe learned it from Vegeta. He went back and showed them. And you see it super evident in this episode when you got Goku going off against Caulifla. It was very, very one-sided. And one thing that I loved about it is in the beginning, and Whis points this out, I think it was Whis, martial arts is going to always succeed over power. Yeah, she was fighting Super Saiyan 2, I believe. I don't remember if it was Super Saiyan 1 or 2. I don't know if they even said it. And Goku was in his base form, but he was dodging everything. He was countering. It was Hapkido. He was using your opponent's force against you. So he was using basically the pure power of martial arts to counter, whereas she was all like street brawler. She never really had a trainer, like someone like maybe like Whis, you know, that Goku learned from many trainers in the past, like King Kai, Whis, Roshi. He learned to fight, whereas she's more a street brawler. She got the power, but she's like a street fighter. Street smart, exactly. But in the process of fighting Goku, you see Caulifla's potential because she adjusts to him. She, like, it goes from literally being one-sided to they're kind of evened out. And next thing you know, she's learning from Goku, and at the same time, Goku's learning from her. At a certain point, he actually calls Kale to jump in so he can do like 2v1. And again, you see the same thing. You see them both adjust to each other. They're going off each other. This is like what makes Saiyan Saiyans, and that was actually really, really dope to me. So I'm like, after seeing that and then reading some of the tweets on Twitter, I'm like, I don't understand. Again, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. You're allowed to speak your opinion in the comment section below. Even if you disagree with me or her or anybody, it's fine. It's perfectly okay. I want you guys to disagree with me. I want you to tell me what it is about this episode you didn't like if you didn't enjoy it. I mean, the execution could have been kind of different. I mean, I saw people complain about the animation and whatever, but that's another thing. But as far as the actual, the fighting, the execution, I thought it was great. And it was just cool seeing the Saiyans all growing off of each other and even pushing Goku into Super Saiyan 3. So,
for like a split second.
For like a split second. I mean, he even mentioned himself that his stamina is still drained because of Jiren. And, you know, he's still kind of doing this thing, just having fun. They're all having fun. So, I just don't understand the Caulifla hit. And the other thing I'll talk about, and I think this is what probably caused a huge outrage, was the next episode preview. You guys know, I think the name was Kafura, or Kefla. That was the name that was leaked a couple of days ago.
Weird name.
Yeah. And we're all like, who is Kefla? Who's Kafura? And even a couple weeks ago, they had like a silhouette of a character saying new warrior coming out next. And it was like a weird, it looked like a skinny version of Jiren with the silhouette. But there was fine print. It said, the silhouette does not reflect the actual character. A lot of people missed that, yeah. So that character, which they haven't revealed yet, but I'm 100% positive, 99.9% positive, that character in the silhouette from the figure that was revealed by Bandai a couple days ago actually, is actually the fused version of Kale and Caulifla. Now, this is probably the part that people didn't really enjoy. Not the episode itself, but the next episode preview in the fight, like the direction the fight's going. Why is she using Potera? There's no weapons allowed. Well, the first thing I actually want to point out is, what happened when Master Roshi pulled out the bottle? What happened? Yeah, the rules are you can't use outside weapons, and even though that wasn't really a weapon, Zeno's like, you know what, whatever, you know, we'll allow it.
They're like, because it's cool, right?
Dude,
they like it.
Zeno is just there for fun. If you be like, hey, by the way, I know this is against the rules and all, but I want to show you something cool. We're about to fuse. We're about to be powerful. This is going to be an epic fight. What's Zen going to say?
He's gonna allow it to happen.
Yeah!
Anything that's fun and interesting to watch, he's gonna pretty much allow it to happen.
Yeah, and both of them are already enjoying the fight as is, and like if they both push each other past each other's limits and really tap into like, you know, their true Saiyan powers, like it's gonna be exciting. Because the thing is, this is what in my opinion, will piss people off the most. If Kale and Caulifla teamed up against Goku and they were even, that would piss people off. Even though he is drained, he's still a martial artist. And he could probably outdo Kale and Caulifla without even going Super Saiyan 3. He could probably just, again, use the martial arts, use their own power against them, and, you know, win the fight. So, if we got into a situation where Kale and Caulifla, even though they were together, overpower Goku, that would probably piss people off the most. So, what's the most logical step? Well, fusion. Although you can't really do the fusion dance because, again, they would have to be a lot more trained to do it because, again, you got to keep the same power level, same everything, yada yada. There's probably no real chance to do that. On top of that, I don't think they even know the dance. But Potera is easy. It's like, yo, hold this, put this in your pocket, and when I say now, use it. Champa already lost to Beerus once. He wasn't going to do it again, and how he knew about it, probably the same way that everybody else knows about it. I mean, it's the gods talk. And for all we know, he probably even watched GodTube and saw Vegito, and probably heard about Zamasu and everything. Like, fusion is a thing that should be a known thing amongst the gods of destructions and the Kaioshin. So he probably was like, yo, just tuck this away, hold on to it, and when time is right, if you really need to bust it out. So next week, I guarantee you, it's gonna get brought out. Grand Priest now is gonna, okay, it's cheating, it's a weapon. Zen's gonna allow it just because it's awesome. And now it makes sense because fusion is so powerful. Even though Kale and Caulifla are nowhere near Goku's level, when you fuse them together, what happens? It makes sense. So, yeah, you see how I'm passionate about
Yes,
this? So that's why I'm like, you know, as I'm reading the tweets, I'm like, I don't understand. Let me watch this episode. And I'm watching, I'm like, it's literally right there in the writing. So, I mean, I'm cool with it. I think it's a good idea. Fusion is cool. Let's be real, we all want it. Whether you think it's an ass pull or not, or you're just against Fusion, or you just hate Caulifla and Kale, let's be real. This is gonna be cool. Absolutely cool. So I'm excited to see what happens next week when Kifura or Kefla, whatever the hell the name ends up being.
Such a weird name.
I know.
Is that
Now,
like official name?
It's in Japanese, so when the translation,
I see. Okay.
it's yeah, you know how it gets kind of wonky.
Well, the preview looked really cool.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah, and the other thing you have to think about is now that leaves potential for more. Like, granted, I'm pretty sure both Goku and Vegeta don't have a Potera earring tucked in their pants, nor can, like, you know, Supreme Kai throw one, you know, at them in the middle of the fight, because that's against the rules. But for all we know, you can see Fusion again at some point. Like, imagine Ultra Instinct Vegito against Jiren in the finale.
So crazy.
That'd be cool.
Girls, only 22 minutes left.
Yeah, that entire fight was a minute long. That entire fight was a minute long.
The whole episode was a minute long. I can see that. It actually happened pretty fast.
One thing that I wish happened, though, is when they were fighting, you know how they showed the other fighters and they were kind of getting tossed around? I wish, just to show the sheer power of the Saiyans fighting each other, the power to actually knock those guys off. Because they're irrelevant characters, let's be real. Yeah. We don't care about them. So just for the goof of it, they should just knock them out. Also, someone else pointed out, they still didn't just show those robots from Universe 4 from Universe 4. And I'm expecting them to, again, Japan's all about their robot culture and then combining together.
Yep.
We're going to see those guys come together at some point. I guarantee it, yeah. Okay. And I end up talking most of the times because
it's okay. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. So with that said, let us know in the comment section below what you guys thought about everything that happened in 113. Again, a new thing I want to go for is the likes of this video reflect the power level of the video. So if you had fun and enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up. Or don't, you don't have to, really have to. But definitely let me know your opinion. That's the one I want the most. Who cares about the likes? I want to know your thoughts about everything, especially after we just kind of discussed basically what we think about the episode. So anything you want to talk about, down below. Anything else?
No.
Okay. With that said, we hope you enjoyed. I'm sure there's a couple things I missed. I know there's a part about Whis talking about Ultra Instinct and how he can't even tap into it. I also love the fact that when it was brought up again, and they mentioned can Goku do it again, Beerus was like, oh, okay, good, he can't get it. He's clearly scared, because he knows that once Goku has Ultra Instinct, that's going to be the one thing, the one advantage he's going to have over him. I still believe that Beerus can do Ultra Instinct, because he technically kind of had it in the manga, although it's different from how they do it in the anime. But he probably knows Ultra Instinct to some extent, and based on what we saw with Goku, if Goku goes into that form again, it's going to be quite the fight against Beerus. So, and that's why he's like worried and stuff. So, but again,
that would be exciting.
That's all for the future. All for the future. Anyway, so that's another arc or something. We discussed everything that there is to talk about. If we missed anything, let us know. Just yell at us in the comments. But other than that, we'll see you guys next week for the fusion of Caulifla and Kale. Yes, fusion is happening in tournaments. It's gonna be exciting. Yep. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I told you I'm excited. This is like I'm hyped. This is actual hype, man.
Real hype is real.
I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.